What is up, everybody? My name is Art Lee, and I just want to showcase some of the Robotech customs that I've made over the years. Um, you know, I really like Robotech. I've read and watched a lot about it. I know there's the whole issue of Robotech Macross. Um, and while I am glad that fans finally have the show streaming legally here in the West, I kind of prefer Robotech more. It goes off in a different story, a lot less idle stuff, and but that's a discussion for a different time. So I just want to show off some of the stuff that I've been making over the years, mostly like Matchbox customs. So first I wanted to showcase some of my customs based around the Macross era, or stuff, based off Macross, because I've done stuff for all the other parts, and I felt like it would have been too long showing everything in one video. So first things first is this pilot right here. It's based more on the Macross pilots. That is one thing I'm always going to give Macross over Robotech. After the Macross saga, the pilot uniforms look a shitload better. Like the look for the Sentinels 2 Robotech Expeditionary Force. Yeah, that look is horrible. But yeah, it's mostly made out of a Rick Hunter body, a Dana Sterling chest. Well, yeah, pretty much the legs, crotch, arms, and head and helmet are a Rick Hunter. The only difference is the chest is Dana Sterling's, and the neck peg has been shaved down a bit to fit it better. Right here we got Ben Dixon. It always felt weird that they never officially made one, because it's literally just a standard pilot. Roy, Rick, Max. A Rand head just painted with brown hair. And yeah, that's it. That's it. This right here is supposed to be based off Dyson from Macross Plus. Yeah, the legs are Korg, the head is Rand, the crotch is Rand, and the arms... Trying to remember what the arms were, but I'm pretty sure they were Rand. And the chest is obviously Dana Sterling. One of the shoulders was broken when I purchased this in a lot. That's something I'm trying to fix, but yeah. This right here is Hibiki from Macross 2 Lovers Again. The shoulders need to be repainted a bit, but the legs are Dana Sterling, the crotch is Rick Hunter's, the chest is Dana Sterling, and the arms are, Dana Sterling, and the head is Rick Hunter. This right here is Camilla Genus from Macross. She only appeared in one of the video games, but essentially she was the firstborn daughter to Max and Miria. So in the Macross universe, she's their Dana Sterling, but yeah, once more, pretty much she's pretty much all Dana, and the head is a Miria with a Rick Hunter helmet. Yeah, I wanted to make more pilots. I really gotta touch up the shoulders. That's something I noticed on a bunch of these. But yeah, I wanted to make more pilots. I really couldn't think of any Robotech type ones. So I started looking more into Macross, and I learned about her. Thought she had a good look, had enough parts to do it, and yeah, made her into a figure. These next three are all based on the Robotech Battlecry video game. This one right here is like a really cheap and really quick custom. It was supposed to be Jack Archer. And he pretty much just looks like Rick Hunter. Like, yeah, the only difference was blue hair. And yeah, that's all I had to do. I actually got to change the blue so it doesn't look as dark in person. But yeah, no, Jack Archer, really great character. They recently brought him back in the canon. This right here was one of the characters in the Battlecry video game, Hiro Amato, I believe his name was. Yeah, he was a pilot for one of the, I believe the Tomahawk. And like he was part of Jack's squad. And yeah, like his basic thing is a Rand head, Rick Hunter body. Like, yeah, you'll be hearing that a lot. This right here is Izzy Randall, another Veritech pilot, another member of Jack's squadron. Yeah, she was really easy to do. It was just a Lisa Hayes body, Lisa Hayes head, and again, a Rick Hunter helmet. Like, it's just the basic color swap, and yeah, I don't even think I painted the hair. Yeah, no way, yeah, I painted it red because she's a redhead. These two, again, based on the Robotech Battlecry game, were like the main villains in the game. This right here was Zeral. He was like a renegade Zentradi who was trying to reignite the war after peace was made. His body's just a Zentradi warrior and a Roy Fokker head. I wanted to make this guy a giant size figure like the two in the back. However, I could not find a good deal on a 6-inch Zentradi warrior. And yeah, another issue would have been the head. Like, yeah, I couldn't find a way to justify it, so I did a micronized version. Plus, like this, he fits in the Zentradi officer pod, and yeah, that's what he pilots in the game. This right here was the ace in Zeral's faction called Kiora. Yeah, so originally my plan was to use the Zentradi Miria figure. However, at the time, I could not find one for a reasonable price. I think they were all going for $50, $60, and yeah, I couldn't justify that. So what I did was I took a Lisa Hayes body and yeah, I sculpted on some detail. It's not the best. Painted everything dark purple and gold, and I think I even like sculpted some of her hair. Like at a distance it doesn't look so bad, but when you really started looking at it, yeah, it's not the greatest, but I'm still proud of it, you know? These were two of the larger scale figures that I did. They were 6-inch figures, like compared to the standard 3 3/4 inch figures. They're pretty tall, even with the stand. The first one was pretty basic. It was a Chiron in a warrior's uniform. This one was actually in a lot that I got. However, the body was the same as a basic Zentradi warrior, you know, purple and dark purple. Like, not much changed. A lot of the joints are super loose. So I repainted the entire thing, fixed up some of the joints. Legs are still a little loose, but yeah, it's a badass look from the show that, yeah, they didn't make. And next to him is Azonia, one of the, I believe she was a commander. And hers is extremely easy because it was just a 6-inch Miria figure repainted red and black. I mean, even her hair, yeah, it was just an easy repaint. Yeah, they all maintained their original articulations. And yeah, that's something I wanted to point out with all these. I tried my best to keep all the original parts, or all the parts that would have been available for the Matchbox figure line. You know, I didn't want to use parts from other figure lines, and I didn't want to use accessories from other toy lines. I think the only exception is that pilot's gun. That's a G.I. Joe gun, but yeah, you know, companies back then had a habit of reusing the same parts over and over again, repainting them, and doing different combinations. I mean, look at 80s G.I. Joe and look at Masters of the Universe. They all do this. So yeah, like a lot of these reuse the same parts, and same with these. Now it's onto the vehicles. This was a Destroyed Phalanx or Spartan, whichever one it is. I know they switch between the names a lot. But yeah, this one specifically is based off one of the miniatures that Matchbox released. It was in a blue and gray color scheme. This one I based off because apparently there's a variation where it's all solid blue and gray, and I like that one a lot better. So I took one of my extra Phalanx and repainted it blue. Still maintains all of its original articulation. The one I used was missing the missile covers, and yeah, when I was putting it back together originally, this was done like 2-3 years ago, I did not notice that I grabbed the wrong size screw for the head right here, and yeah, I started screwing it in and the screw began piercing through the head. So yeah, it's a little damaged, but it's my own collection, man. I made this thing, you know, to be for my collection. And last but not least, this is a custom Jack Archer Veritech. Yeah, in the game, he Robotech Battlecry, there's a bunch of different looks, and I did not like the official Jack Archer Veritech that they released years ago through Toynami. Yeah, I did not like the colors. I did not like the design. So I took it upon myself to make one. It's pretty much a junker G1 Jetfire toy. Yeah, I heavily washed it, repainted the chest, the nose cone, the legs, the arms. I always intended to get to painting the shoulders, but I was just too lazy. The head is a custom made one by a seller on eBay who, God, I am blanking on the name right now. But yeah, he does a lot of like custom heads. And yeah, unfortunately this one suffered some damage because, yeah, one day it just randomly took a nosedive off my shelf, and yeah, if you could tell, the top of the head kind of snapped off, that little antenna piece. And sadly, the entire tail section broke off. Which, yeah, I'm still looking for another one to replace it. They do not show up on eBay a lot. But yeah, essentially that's all my Macross era custom figures. Now I have a bunch more for the Masters era, for the Invid era, and for the Sentinels era. You know, I'm just breaking down parts, you know. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, hopefully you guys stick around for more videos, you know. Like I said, I got another 3 collections to show off.